So Nicholas Deorio has finally made his response to the WillyMac situation, who he was very gung-ho in talking about maybe a month ago or so, going to bat for his friend. Yes man, whatever Willy is to him now. He was saying things like that the criticism against Willy and Tommy C were very unfair and whatever. So yeah, he was very outspoken and willing to defend them at the time. But now he's taken a somewhat different approach. You ever have those politicians you ask a question to, and then they say something, and then you analyze it back, and you're like, whoa, that, like, totally didn't answer anything at all. Well, I present to you Nicholas Deorio's response.
Briefly talk about this WillyMacShow drama, because obviously I have to, because it's what's been requested upon me by everyone.
You ever realize how funny it is and nobody requested he make 20,000 Boblax video over his little petty vendetta, but yet he decided to do it anyway? It's almost like Deorio's reading the epic politician's book of trying to come off as a man of the people, acting as if he would ever talk about anything that his audience wants him to talk about unless it just benefits him in some way, shape, or form. Again, if you see a politician do this once, you see them do it all over again. Commentary is like mini politics, just really bad, mediocre politics. And if you've ever played with the big boys, so to speak, you can catch this a mile away. But yes, Nicholas, it is heavily requested you talk about this because you inserted your fat foot into this, well, again, a month ago, going to bat for your yes men just to preserve their image. Which again, in itself is kind of stupid considering you accuse Destiny of being a doxer and just a liar or whatever for, you know, consistently maybe a month, maybe more, to try to clean up your image, you know, because you were such a great Destiny fan in the past.
Nicholas Deorio was, I think they were, I don't call them super fans, but I think they were really big fans of me. And then Pixie's Rapifesto on me dropped. And so they had to pull like an Anthony Fantano with Sam Hyde, right, in order to prove how not fans of me they were ever, or how much they condemn me. They like 180'd into ultra omega anti-fans, but then they also got drafted into this weird like gistical side group, and so it like fostered and grown from there.
Literally days.
They always hated you? I don't think so. Well, Nicholas Deorio definitely didn't. I'm pretty sure I've been like in off-stream chats with him before, unless he secretly hated me and never said it. I don't know about Augie. I'm gonna be honest. Augie and Nicholas like occupy the same spot in my mind, in that I think I'm probably conflating the two a bit. But maybe Augie never was a fan. I'm not sure. Maybe it was just Deorio. I'm thinking of.
After
Great Destiny sweeper, even when you knew about all the weird shit, the messed up shit. Yes, I'm not giving you plausible deniability because I'm not your fan, I'm not your employee like Chris the Narc. I don't really need your paycheck at this point in time, so I can point out the obvious. You absolutely knew about Destiny trying to dox children, amongst other amazing things Mr. Bennell would like to do, and yet you ignored it, but yet you continue to try to mask under your shield of fake integrity. It's really fucking disgusting. And it's really concerning that the only person willing to speak up against this is Augie RFC, who, like, God bless his heart, he's not really the sharpest tool in the fucking shed if he's only discovering this now. And even then, he's very reluctant to even go against Deorio because he likes to chalk up what Deorio's doing as strategic. Well, Augie, how the hell are you gonna go up against freaking WillyMac for being dishonest when you're not gonna call out your own sugar daddy, Nick Deorio, for being strategic? Can't you just make the same argument about Willy being strategic? It's kind of stupid, but dissection for another day. The next person we're going in is Augie, so we'll save that for the next video. But let's finish up with Nick for now.
I made it pretty clear that I didn't really want to do the interpersonal drama shit a couple of weeks ago, and up until this point, I've probably done as much of that as I possibly could. But inevitably, I think that people really want answers to every individual stupid question. So I'll just say, I told WillyMacShow that he should just drop this, and he should stop. He should just leave. He should just stop fighting with these people. And in retaliation, a video came out talking all about these people. So at that point, there's really not much I can say or do. I gave him my opinion. He did the opposite. So now I think that him and Augie are going to fight a lot, and I'm rooting for you to get as much content as you want out of it. Ultimately, though, I think it's just kind of going to end up being a slap fight now. I think Willy's brought up stuff about like Augie leaving over comments made about fucking, I guess, Augie's mom. And obviously, Willy is just coming back from getting doxxed at his wedding and his wife getting put everywhere. And at this point, my understanding of how this is going to move forward from here is I think that everyone's just going to be awful. I think that I think we're entering like the technical stage of the feud, where at this point there's probably not going to be any good ground covered here. I think these guys just got to slug it out for a couple of weeks and get tired, and then maybe they can reach some kind of common ground. Maybe they won't. But it doesn't really seem like anybody is moving into this discussion looking to have a beautiful, productive dialogue. It just seems like from here, everybody's going to start sideswiping each other. Listen, I've had to put multiple friends down over the years. You guys gather around every summer to watch Nicholas Deorio come through and assassinate another friend so you can tell me all for the next 6 months about what a huge piece of shit backstabber I am, up until the point where the next friend says 2 words out of line and all of a sudden it's banging down the door to go make me talk about it again. I think the commentary community can probably handle this one on their own. I reached out to Augie yesterday because I retweeted the video seeing like bad empanada when I was at like a wedding, and I wanted Augie to know that like I'm not like it wasn't like I didn't even watch it. I just saw bad empanada. Yeah, so that's cool. I wish you both luck in your forever war.
I think that in conclusion, we can all agree that our president, Nicholas Deorio, Nick Trump, only makes the best decisions. And hell, his cabinet itself is just as great as Trump. So I leave you with the musical, marvelous, amazing ramblings of Tommy C., part of the Nick Deorio cabinet that he works so hard to clean up the image of to this day. Like I said, he's only a professional. Only the wisest of words come from people that follow and represent Nick Deorio.
Some of you might remember that I stood out in this deck 3.5 years ago in 2017, and I talked about the commentary community, the brotherhood, and just how incestuous it was. In fact, just how many videos were pretty much the same. Everybody's pretty much doing the same topic, and everybody's working with each other. Made a lot of criticisms. Fortunately, most of those guys are gone now. The brotherhood is no more. Actually, shortly after the Zaptai situation. And then I joined stupidly, another group, the CDL, which I affectionately named the Retard Brotherhood. Actually, affectionately? No, I think it was accurately named. And then I joined the NCL. Now, we all know how that turned out. I think once again, the commentary community has become incestuous. And you know what? I might be a part of the problem. But, as usual, I'm going to call it out and be part of the solution. Hopefully, another breakup. Yeah. So if you want to hear about that, I'll be on tonight at the end of the show after we get through some of the James Charles stuff. I'm going on vacation. I'll leave this motherfucker with a bang. I'm not done yet.